That's a wide body beat.
Yo, 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 Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Carolina's Armchair GM. I am your host, CJ. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. Thank everybody for joining me tonight. Like I like to say, another quick live. Not a whole lot to discuss tonight, but do have some big news regarding the future of the channel. All right, but before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to everybody for joining me tonight. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the love and support. And you can catch me on all social media at Armchair GMCJ. All right. And I appreciate it. And I first I gotta get into a couple comments here. Let me see. Josh P, what's going on, big dog? How you doing? But SC Face got me with this one. So what's good, CJ? Hopefully all is well, my man. Hopefully with this upcoming draft and free agency, our defense won't play like Evero threw baby oil on them. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you. Yeah. And yeah, in the car, yeah, the Twitter comments have always worked. But hey, I try to tell everybody for the longest time, like if y'all on Twitter, hey, leave a comment because I can see it on here too. So yeah, the Twitter comments work. I don't know when they ever weren't working, but yeah, nah, they work. I see you, big dog. Yep. All right. But before we get into it, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the news I got about the channel here. Okay. Hold on. He said when you switched over, it didn't work at first. Oh, got you. Okay. My bad. Did not know that. Appreciate that. Okay. Well, speaking of switching, it's gonna be a little bit switching going on here in the next couple of days. So as many of you know, I started off me and my big cousin Tony with two fans in the stands. And early this year we decided to go our separate ways and we both made our separate channels. And I've been on here at Armchair GMCJ. Okay, well, that's going to change a little bit because Armchair GMCJ is still going to continue. But after talking with Big Cuz early on this week, I have bought out his half of two fans in the stands, and I will be switching Armchair GM back over on the two fans in the stands channel. Two fans in the stands will be actually it's already been the name has been changed to Armchair GM CJ. So if you go and click in put in youtube.com/ at Armchair GM CJ, it's going to take you over to our old two fans page that now says Carolina's Armchair GM CJ. Okay. And that might not mean a lot to all of y'all, but that it means a lot to me. I can get back to doing members videos, things like that, getting more prepared for the upcoming off season, the draft, training camp, all that good stuff. I can get back to putting more shorts and things out, and also it helps with the channel because doing a podcast, whatever level you're doing on, especially if you're using one of these streaming platforms, it's not free. Okay. So I'm happy and shout out to Big Cuz, we talked and we worked it out. But yeah, so I can get back to doing my members Mondays videos in my work truck. When I pull into the job, because I promise everybody, I always be having my best ideas as soon as I pull into the job, and I'll be sitting in the truck thinking, and 10 minutes after that, get out the truck, idea gone. So um, I'm looking forward to that. We will get into some. I'm looking most forward. We're gonna get into some member lives. Okay, we're gonna do member mock drafts, and it's probably going to start. I'm going to do another live on Saturday. So the next week we'll probably start doing members lives and things like that. Where we can do mock drafts, and I can get y'all to y'all can come up and we can do a mock draft, and instead of me just sitting here saying what I think about a mock draft, y'all can get on here with me and we'll do a mock draft and I'll let y'all do it so I can see what y'all thinking as well. Okay. So that's my big news. Also the same thing will happen on the X/Twitter Twix account. If you haven't heard me say that before, that will also be switched over to Armchair GM CJ as well. But the one good thing is all of our old content will still be on the channel. It's not going anywhere. So if anybody ever gets to reminiscing and thinking about something we said in the video a year or two ago, it's all still going to be up there. I'm just going to start adding on to it. Okay. But like I said, for me as a content creator, I am happy. I'm over the moon right now, and I'm ready to get the whole thing rolling again. But that is my big news for the channel update. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just kind of moving channels. All right, so that's it. All right, and let me get back. Thank you, Nella. I appreciate it. Car said, I got excited. I thought said the entertainer was coming back. Well, let me tell you, I'm sure Cuz is gonna be back from time to time. I'm sure he is. It ain't gonna be the last you see of him. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. SC Pace, awesome. Yep. I'm here for the slash. I got you, dig it. Most of it is kind of copy and paste tonight. We're going to get into talking about some of the rule changes that the NFL put in, and a lot of them will directly affect the Carolina Panthers. A couple of them they kind of brought them up, and they're going to push them off to the side. They're going to revisit them in the May meetings. But yeah, and Car said, "All right, I'm home now. Time to talk my shit." These comments. Said happy for you to get your subs back. Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. But let me see. I'm sad about the nose wipe. Burn gang signs back. Bring gang signs back to football. Hey, yeah, that's wild. That is wild. If y'all haven't heard, they are was it a sportsmanlike conduct will now be the nose wipe. Like if somebody gets a first down, makes a big play, and they do one of these right here and then point for the first down, that is now an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Okay. And I think the players union rep, damn, I had his name in my mind just a second ago. God, I used to play for Philly. He said that has gang sign connotations, so they are trying to get rid of that. So I'm sure players will probably get hefty fines and a penalty for doing that. Yeah. Yep. Hold on, let me see. Let me let this comment come up here. Dig it said no finger guns in the NBA. I'm telling you, they're cracking down on all of that. They just had I think Ja Morant did the same thing towards a fan or something. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But some kind of he did the whole finger point, somebody like whatever, and I think they're investigating that too. But hey, we'll see what comes of that. All right. But let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Like I said, the topics of the night, we're going to talk about these NFL rule changes, and we're going to get into another mock draft. So like I said, I don't have I'm not going to hold y'all long tonight. News about the channel, I will repeat it again probably in the middle of the video and at the end as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. So, the first one that I have up here, and credit goes to the Carolina Panthers website because they kind of put all this up there, and I copied and pasted each one so we could talk about them. Okay. And the card said it was to another player. Okay, gotcha. Said Ja GTA Morant gonna get suspended. It was funny you say GTA, man. I'm still waiting on the second trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out. But yeah. Jalen Reeves Maven. Okay. You gotta tell me who that is, man. Ja Wick. I like that one. Ja Wick. Okay, but let's get into it. The dynamic kickoff and touchbacks have been approved. We saw this last year as they saw success with it in the UFL. I think they did, like a 1-year trial run of it, but they decided to go ahead and keep it. Okay. So it says, according to the report, there were 332 more kickoff returns in 2024, an increase of 32.8% from 21.8%. There were also 59 big play returns, 40 or more yards, which were the most in the league since 2016. When on defense, the dynamic kickoff meant testing the landing zone from the goal line to the 20-yard line. Landing outside of the landing zone meant the ball was placed at the 40. Okay, if the ball was a touchback, it was placed at the 30. So it's basically the same thing, but with one, I would guess you said kind of a significant tweak to it. The dynamic kickoff format was made permanent with this vote, with a vote this week, with one small tweak. And I don't think it's really that small. Touchbacks will now be placed at the 35-yard line instead of the 30, thus encouraging even more returns. And here it says Panthers returner Raheem Blackshear, who, if y'all didn't know, is back with the team. He signed a 1-year deal earlier this week, I do believe. But he said he averaged 25.5 yards per kickoff return with a long of 43 yards. As you see, it said Blackshear re-signed with the Panthers on Tuesday and was already looking forward to the new rule. Okay, and there was at one point last season where Raheem Blackshear, if I'm not mistaken, was the league leader in return yards. Okay, but that was also let me see, a direct result of our defense not being able to stop anybody. Okay, so we were always getting the ball kicked off to us because the other team's offense was always scoring touchdowns. All right, but yeah, but now just say you go back to before they started this, and you got a kickoff and you took it back up to the 35-yard line. That was considered a damn good kickoff return. Okay, because before touchbacks went out to the 20. All right, and if you take that ball out, you get an extra 15 yards. Bet that's good. But now, okay, if there any touchback, and I think oh goodness, I think they would, if I'm not mistaken, last year it was if the kickoff went out of the end zone, it was a difference. I might be wrong. But now any kind of a touchback, the ball is going out to the 35-yard line. I do think that's significant because I mean, in the past 3 years, touchbacks went from going to the 20-yard line to the 30 and now to the 35. So in the past what is it, 2 seasons? No, last season. Yeah, past 2 seasons, touchback has moved up 15 yards. So that definitely shortens the field that the offense has to go to score a touchdown, and in a sense puts the defense on their heels a little bit more, as there's not as much room between them and the opponent's end zone. Okay. So I think that is a bigger deal than they trying to make it. We'll see how it goes. But I think I'm going to be intrigued. Now, if the ball goes to, if the ball doesn't hit in between the goal line and the 20, that's the landing zone. Okay. So if the ball doesn't hit in that particular spot, just say it's short, it still goes out to the 40. All right. But now just a regular touchback goes to the 35. So I think you will see a lot of kickers, a lot of kickers will be working on that more so this offseason than in off seasons past. Excuse me. Trying to make sure that they get those balls in that landing zone. So hopefully the defense can go down there, make a stop before they get too many yards. Now with that, you also got to remember the defenders, and let me see, the both special teams groups on the offense and defense are frozen until the ball is caught by the receiving team. Once the ball is caught by the receiving team, then the offensive and defensive players on special teams can then move to protect their returner or try to go and make the tackle if you're on defense. So we'll see how that goes as well. But I think the league has definitely said, hey, we really want to we really want to we like what we saw last year as far as the amount of returns that we had across the league, and I think they're trying to double down on that now. So they are serious about making the kickoff a more exciting part of the game. So we'll see how that goes. All right. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about that one. All right. Let me see. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. My bad, everyone. My screen kind of glitched on me there for a second. All right. Let me see. What did Nikai say? We're about 3 years from kickoff specialist being the fourth specialist position. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Nigga said, do they still have heads up for onside kicks? Yes. Yeah, I think the onside kicks rule haven't changed. And to be honest with you, I forgot, but I forgot what the criteria was. I think it's you have to be within what is it, within 2 minutes, and you have to be down before you be able to actually even attempt an onside kick. But that's a good question because I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I'll look that up and I'll put that out in the post or something. But yeah, because I know they changed it. Like you can't just go for onside kicks whenever you want to. It's got to be, I think, in near the end of the game. Oh, here you go, Car. Thank you. Said can only do it in the fourth quarter and you got to be down. Yes. Okay. So no more random onside kicks or trying to catch somebody off guard. Good old Pat McAfee. But all right. So the overtime rules have changed too. Okay. It says the NFL's regular season overtime rules are one of the most controversial rules debated each offseason. Okay. Um, in years past, it was you won the coin toss and whoever scored first won the game, whether that was a safety, a field goal, or a touchdown. Whoever scored first won the game. Now, this past season, they tried to give everybody a chance to be able to get the ball in overtime, okay, during the regular season. And we saw that a lot with the Panthers this year. We played in 4 overtime games. We went 3-1. Now, if you won the coin toss and you received the ball in overtime, if you went down the field and scored a touchdown, game over. Okay, we did that twice this season. We did that versus Arizona, and we did that versus the Falcons in the last game of the season. Okay, we got the ball at the over in the start of overtime game with the Buccaneers, but we went down, Chuba fumble, and then all they had to do was go down the field, get a field goal, they won. All right. And then in the Giants game, we didn't get the ball. They got the ball. Their running back fumbled. We got the ball, took it back, scored 1 touchdown. Okay. But getting back to the old rule from last year, if you got the ball and you went down the field and scored a touchdown, game over. But say you received the ball, you go down the field, you kick a field goal. All right, if you get a field goal, then the other team has a chance to possess the ball, and then they can go down and they get a touchdown. That's game over. Okay, so now what's going on? They are changing the rules. So in regular season, each team is going to get a chance to possess the ball no matter what. So it's no more of this. You're going down and scoring a touchdown and you get the ball first and you win the game. Okay. You go down, you score a touchdown. The other team still has the opportunity to go down and match your score. Okay. Let me see. It says the overtime period for both regular season and postseason was shortened from 15 to 10 minutes. Okay. And like I said, the Panthers found themselves in 4 overtime games last season, going 3-1. Okay. So y'all let me know exactly how y'all feel about that one. I think that's interesting. And I'm wondering, let me see. It said this means each team will now be allowed to possess 1 possession of the ball, even if the first team to possess the ball in the second period scores a touchdown. Okay. So I'm guessing if say Panthers get the ball, we score a touchdown, we kick off to whoever, they score, get a touchdown. I'm going to assume that next score wins. Per like well, let me see. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the next score wins. But if nobody scores in the 10 minutes, it's going to be a tie. In the regular season. So we'll see. All right. Let me see. Carr said, "Love the overtime rule change, but it would have resulted in us losing like 2 or 3 more games last year." Facts. Facts, Nakar. That is a big fact. A big fact. Because our defense was not stopping anybody. And when I say anybody, I mean anybody. You are absolutely right. Yes, we may not have won any of those games. Yeah, we may not have won any of those games. So we'll see. We'll see. But I do like it though. I do like it. All right. Let's see. Hey, he on Evero tonight, man. Said if Big Head Evero's defense it's anywhere near as bad as we were last year, we are screwed in regards to stopping someone in the 2-minute drill if we kick a touchback. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Pretty much. Pretty much. I think it says draft the kicker. Eddie must go. Nah, Eddie gone, dog. You know what? No, let me not say that because I have sat here and said people are gone, and yeah, and then they're back. So we'll see. He said Eddie gone. Said seriously, I missed it. Yeah, he's no longer on the team, and not expected to be back. Okay, hey, let me tell you, I've adopted. Well, y'all know I've said this before. You never know. You never know. It would not surprise me if somehow, some way, Eddie P is back on the roster. It wouldn't surprise me at all because I haven't heard anything about him signing with any other team. But I mean, he's a kicker. I guess he can wait it out for a little bit. So we'll see. SC Pace said, "Give me John Casey right now over Eddie." Exactly. Shoot. Yeah. D Cash, CJ did. Oh, okay. So if y'all are just joining me, all right, my update is a lot of y'all know that me and Tony started Two Fans in the Stands, and in January we decided to go our separate ways. But me and him talked earlier this week, and I'm buying out his part of Two Fans in the Stands. So Armchair GM, I'm taking over the Two Fans channel, but it's going to be rebranded into Armchair GM CJ. Actually, it already is. Okay. So if you go and put in the youtube.com/@ Armchair GM CJ, it's going to take you to what was the old Two Fans channel, but now it has the Armchair GM CJ branding on it. Okay. And all of our old content, excuse me, all of our old content is still going to be there. Dang, I spit again. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. All the old content is still going to be there. So if you still enjoy going back when watching some of our old videos, it'll all be there. I'm going to take everything currently now on the Armchair GM CJ channel and migrate that over there. I know a lot of it is stuff that's already happened and is out of date as of right now. But I'm going to still all my videos, the lives, the shorts, everything. I'm going to migrate it over. But I will be operating from the old Two Fans channel. So now I can get back into doing stuff with memberships, go back to, like I said before, member Mondays. I can give y'all my opinions because I started doing a lot of those, especially like from my work truck. So that is the update, and we're gonna get back to doing members content. We're gonna do members lives, hopefully do member drafts where y'all come up here and I can let y'all go through some of these mock drafts so I can get a sense of how y'all would think. Y'all hear me up here talk all the time doing mock drafts. I would love to get y'all up here and y'all tell me that, I got the draft up and y'all tell me who y'all want to pick. Okay, so we're gonna be doing things like that. All right, but that is the update. I am going to be taking over the Two Fans channel. It's going to be rebranded as Armchair GM CJ. All right, but appreciate you showing up, D Cash. Thank you, buddy. All right, now let me get myself set back up here. Nikari said, "Of everybody gone, bring Shaq back. He not hurting nobody." You know what? I wouldn't rule that out. I would not rule that out. I would not rule out Shaq being back. Me and my boys in our group chat, we discussed that same thing probably about 2 days ago. Yeah, we certainly did. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Shaq should retire here. I agree. I agree. I agree. Um, now Shaq has been injury prone, but as we all know of the great Thomas Davis, you can have a few season-ending injuries and back to back. What did he have? Was it 2 in a row or 3 in a row? And you can come back and play at a high level as Thomas Davis did. I don't know if that's something that the Panthers are willing to do or try. But again, as I always say, you never know. But I would not mind seeing Shaq back in Carolina. Because Eddie trash and who else wants him? Rock Jones said, "We miss you, Tone." Hey, let me tell you, y'all probably not gonna. I'm sorry, this is not gonna be the last you see of Tone. I'm sure he's gonna be on the channel from time to time. But Rock, I will definitely tell him that you said that. Hopefully, this upcoming week we can miss them Blue Devils that you like too. All right, so we'll see, and I hope my boy Daniel is watching this because there's anybody but Duke come the Final Four. All right, so go whoever else is there. Appreciate you, D Cash. Nicari said, I gotta go get a membership. I be forgetting I'm not actually a member on you or Doug's channels. I be feeling like fam, lol, and forget to sign up. Yeah, hey, make sure y'all go check out Doug, become a member of the Doug Effect. Oh, you know what? Hey, while I got y'all on here, okay, so the name of the membership, the tier was called Fan Level. Okay. And my wife came up with a good idea for me to change the name earlier today. But let me know some more names or something y'all would think. So now you know it's Armchair GM CJ. So y'all shoot out some names for me for a tier, a membership tier. It's still gonna be the same price, 99 cents a month. But it's not gonna be fan level anymore. I'm gonna change it to something else. But y'all shoot me out some names in the comments so I can excuse me, debate over them a little bit. All right. The card said, also on another note, I can't wait for GTA 6. It's gonna cost more than the Carolina Panthers as a whole, but I'm gonna pay it. Hey, facts. Facts. Let me tell you. I hope to God it doesn't come out during the season. Because let me tell you, it's gonna be a week where I just disappear and not post anything. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing GTA 6. I'm definitely gonna be playing GTA 6. Yep. They said TD was the exception and not the rule. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, he definitely was an exception. Okay, but only reason I say that is to say that it's been done before. Maybe it can happen again. I would, because let me tell you, I would hate to see Shaq, even if he doesn't come back. I would hate to see him go somewhere and have another season-ending injury at the beginning of this upcoming season. I really would hate it for him. I really would. Yep. Carson said, dig it. I wish you were wrong, but you're right. Yeah. It said, all right, I'm unsubscribing. They bashing the Blue Devil Nation. Hey, well, I'm sorry, dog. Hey, it's Carolina all day here, but hey, it's probably no way I'm gonna talk you out of it. But hey, I thank you for being here while you were here. But like I said, Houston, Florida, and who was the other? Auburn. Go all of them. Go all of them. Duke, go home. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Steven. I'm sorry. What's going on, Earl? How you doing? Oh, armchair front office, or simply the front office. You know what, Nakar? You never disappoint, my boy. You never disappoint. I like that one. Okay. All right, cool. I like that. I like that. All right, we'll see. Okay. But again, y'all, the overtime rules have changed, and both teams will get to possess the ball in the regular season and in the postseason. Okay, so no more if you get the ball and you go ahead and score a touchdown, game is over. And again, Carolina played 4 overtime games last year, and we were 3-1, and we won 2 of them by getting the ball and going down the field first and scoring a touchdown. Okay. We lost one because Chuba fumbled. Tampa Bay took it down, got a field goal, and we won another one against the Giants because their running back, I think his name is Lacey, he fumbled. And then we took the ball down. ADP got the field goal, and that was a wrap on that. Okay. But that is the overtime rules being changed. Okay. Okay, so expanding replay assist is another thing that has changed. It says the NFL Competition Committee put forth a petition to expand replay assist, a measure that was passed. This will allow on-field officials to overrule calls that are considered objective, i.e., face mask, forcible contact to the head. I'm sorry, to the head or neck area, horse collar tackles, or tripping. The overhauling can only happen if there were clear and obvious evidence the foul didn't occur. This expanded replay would also be able to overturn roughing the kicker or running into the kicker if video replay showed the defendant first made contact with the ball. Now, this one I think is interesting because, especially with the running into the kicker or roughing the kicker, now, mind you, not if he, make contact with the ball first, but a lot of these kickers out here do their best LeBron James impersonations. And I'm sorry if anybody wants to unsubscribe because they like LeBron James and I'm up here bashing them. I'm sorry, it was fun while it lasted. But you got a lot of these kickers that do their best LeBron James impersonation when they kick the ball, especially on punts. Somebody will get close to him and they'll hit the and then want to fall out. And sometimes it works. It works, but that's one of those things that they wouldn't replay. I mean, they couldn't replay and they couldn't overturn the call. So I think this is going to be good for a lot of these plays because you get a lot of times where horse collar calls. Okay, horse collar, you got to get inside the shoulder pads and yank the person down. Okay, there are a lot of times where players get their hands like right here and just kind of, or on the back and just kind of pull down, but they don't get inside of the shoulder pads and pull them down like that. They might just have a, like they might just kind of do a hard swipe or a forcible grab or whatever, but they're not doing that. But they call that 15-yard penalty, and it's not. Let me see. What was the other one? Was roughing the passer in there? Let me see. Shoot. I hope roughing the. I didn't see roughing the passer in here. My God, please let them put roughing the passer in this too. I'm telling you, I am telling you, because some of those calls are complete bull. Some of them are complete bull. You go and the defender. My thing is, it's the NFL. Sometimes the defender can go and just bump into the quarterback, roughing the passer, first down. So I hope, and like I said, I don't see because it says face mask, forcible contact to the head and neck area, horse collar tackles, or tripping. I'm bad. I hope roughing the passer is in this too. So we'll see. All right. And I think I just started a whole MJ LeBron thing in the chat. Of course, MJ is my GOAT. You good? Hey, mine too. Mine too. Now, mind you, I say this because you can like one and and still give the other one credit. Okay. I'm not saying that LeBron is not a good player, but to me, MJ is the greatest of all time. I grew up watching MJ. I mean, hell, I've watched LeBron's whole career as well. But that's a topic for a different night. All right. And as my beautiful wife here says, y'all, please, if you haven't, please hit the like button. I appreciate you. Take a second to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And you're still, I'm sorry, if you're new and you're just getting in here, the Armchair GM CJ channel will be moving over to our old Two Fans in the Stands channel. Okay. So I'm currently in the process of moving everything over there. So if you go and look for me on Facebook and you're subscribed to Armchair GM CJ now, it's going to say Armchair GM CJ. And probably by the weekend, it's going to say something else. It's not going to say that at all. So if you're subscribed here, you're going to have to go. It's still Armchair GM CJ, but it's going to be on a previous channel that me and my big cuz were on. Okay. So that was the update if y'all missed it. All right. But like my wife said, hit the like button. Earl, MJ is the GOAT. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The card said MJ, Kobe, Wilt, Steph, Bron. I guess I can be talked into a different fifth person if you just name any basketball player ever. Good God, come on now, don't do Bron like that. Bron is still great. I'm not taking nothing away from him. Bron is still great, but just like my man said about Duke basketball, hey, I can't talk him out liking Duke. You can't talk me out of saying that MJ ain't the GOAT. So I got you. I got you. SC Pace for said, I'm a Bron fan, but I definitely ain't unsubscribed. Appreciate you. Mr. Hunky Dory, what's going on? Say you should be able to run the kicker over as long as you don't hit below the hips. Well, I guess it's a situation where they gotta protect the kickers, man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they? Yeah, man. Yeah, them poor kickers that would. I wouldn't even want to see that. I got you, but yeah, nah. Kobe ain't top 5, bro. What? No, hey man, don't. Come on now, don't do the Black Mamba like that. Don't do Kobe like that, man. Kobe's top 5. I said, nah, I'm a Bron hater. And I'm not a Bron hater. I just hate the comparisons. And I know I'm getting off topic here, y'all. So just bear with me. No, I'm getting off topic. I hate the comparisons because the whole GOAT thing is objective to me, because if there was a certain set of criteria that a person, an NBA player, had to meet to be officially named the GOAT, then it's like, okay, who meets this criteria? That person is the GOAT, and we can't argue. Okay, but people, I mean, like when I say people be arguing, I mean arguing, fighting, all kind of stuff about this. But like I said, whoever is your favorite player, whoever you think is the greatest of all time, is subject to your opinion and how you feel. Because like I said, there is no certain, statistical guidelines or statistics that you have to have met to say you've done everything on this list of 10 things. You are the unrivaled GOAT of whatever sport, of anything. Okay, so that's my thought on that. But I do like arguing with people about LeBron and MJ though. LeBron is more amazing athlete than amazing ball player. Okay. Kobe definitely top five. Ain't better than Kareem, Magic, Duncan, or Shaq, bro. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. We can agree, disagree. UNC is the only team to cheer for. Thank you, Earl. Thank you. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. The card says it's like top 25 top. It's like the 25 top 75 players that never won a chip because they played while Mike was playing. All the great players in Bron era got chips. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold up. Kobe is not a top five. What are you doing? And LeBron James. See, is the reason I don't watch the NBA no more. Earl said, damn, LeBron James. Oh, God. All I know is Evero definitely ain't in the GOAT debate. No, he is not. No, he is not. He has one more year to prove himself, and then we'll see where we go from there. Wait, Larry Bird, John Stockton. That's the thing. Everybody's top five is going to be different. Okay. And like I said about the whole GOAT thing, if there was a certain set of criteria to say, hey, you are number one, you are number two, you are number three, you are number four, and so on and so forth, then we could table all these discussions and it would already be set. But that is the beauty of us getting on here and arguing about stuff because everybody has a different opinion. All right. Car said basketball was my first love. LOL, I can still talk X's and O's in basketball all day. Hey, it was mine too. I just wasn't never really good at it, but hey. Carl Malone is disqualified for off the court reasons. Oh my god. What's up, Joseph? He said, man, all these young dudes. Oh, okay, got you. Got you. Okay. He said, I got you. He said, Carl. So said, I don't even watch the NBA no more. Yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. I like different people, also different teams in different eras, aka old day Pistons defense. Yeah, man. Let me tell you. I'm gonna say this, and I know this has been thrown around. We're gonna get back on topic here in a second. But could y'all imagine any team that LeBron has been on going up against the bad boys defense back in the 80s? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not trying to say that is a reason for somebody being better, but could you imagine? Could you imagine LeBron going up against that team? Now, mind you, maybe he could adapt. Maybe if he grew up in that era, he could adapt. But LeBron in his prime, getting a time machine and going back and playing against the Pistons defense. Yeah, nah, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. All right, slap your mama defense. I don't watch NBA anymore neither. Now, mind you, I'm a Bulls fan, but I can honestly say I don't really watch them as much as I used to. But I'm kind of I watch whatever comes on TNT or TBS, during the week. I usually catch most of those. But yeah, the Bulls are never one of them that are on there. I live here in Charlotte. The Hornets suck. I can catch all the Hornets games, but again, they suck. So, hey. Let me see. I watched WNBA because they actually hoop and don't foul bait. Yeah, let me tell you, WNBA is a damn good watch. I can't wait for that season to get started this year too. They would have murdered that man in the first quarter. He crying all game, so many memes. I said my top players MJ, Kobe, Larry Bird. Yes. And tell you, Larry Bird was a bad dude, man. Relax on. No, I'm not relaxing on the Hornets, man. The Hornets are trash. The Hornets are trash, and they were trash when my favorite NBA player of all time was the majority owner. They were trash then. They're trash now. Mind you, that's not saying I wouldn't root for them. You know, if I see them playing, I do hope they win. But yeah, sorry, the car. They're trash, dog. They are trash, and it's just like, God, and it's so many injuries. You know, the Hornets always get hit with some injuries every season lately. So hey, but we'll see. All right. Well, let me go through a few more comments. Hornets worst team in the league. Yeah, they are. They are. Mike had a great player. Mike was a great player, not a great owner. This is true. You know. Hey, but I will say this though. He seems to be doing a good job. Him and Denny Hamlin with 2311 Racing. I'm a big NASCAR fan too, so I'm rooting for them over there as well. Steve Francis was cold. Yes, he was. Yep. Kimba got a special place in my heart. Man, let me tell you, Kimba Walker did everything he could for Charlotte. Everything he could, and it just did not work out. Just didn't work out. Yeah. But I feel you, Nicole. Miss Unky Dory said, Hornets my team. I keep changing the bag in the trash can, but I can't get rid of the smell. I got you. I got you. That was a good one. I like that one. Okay. But this was the expanded replay assist. And to sum it up, they're going to be able to look at certain calls that are considered objective. Face mask, forcible contact to the head and neck area, horse collars, or tripping. It says the overruling can only happen if there was clear and obvious evidence the foul did not occur. Like I said, I did not see roughing the passer in here. There are a lot of LeBron flops as far as that goes as well. But I would love to see that added on to this, but we'll see. All right, but that's the expanded replay assist. We'll go ahead and move on here. All right. Now, this was one I thought was pretty damn cool. The chain gang is getting replaced. Okay. If y'all don't know, I'm sure most of y'all do, but just off chance y'all don't know, the NFL chain gang or group of guys who, when they're measuring for first downs, they have a set of chains stretched 10 yards that will measure from the first down spot to the next spot where they got to go to. I'm sorry, from the where the ball is spotted to the first down spot 10 yards away. Okay. And you've seen it time and time again where they come out there and they measure the ball. If the nose of the ball touches the pole, that is a first down. If the nose of the ball is just short, that is not a first down. Okay. Now, this one I think is pretty cool because they're going to start using the Sony technology referred to as Hawkeye. Okay. This technology is already being used to stitch together multiple camera angles for replay assist. It will now be expanded for this usage as well. Although the chain gang will remain on the field as a secondary backup. So if something goes haywire with this Hawkeye system, the chain gang will still be down there. But I'm wondering, because if you ever watch tennis, okay, I think tennis has been using this for a while. All right. And you see where somebody serves the ball and it goes and you can't tell whether it hit inside the line, it hit the line, or it was out. And you'll see the little replay where they have on the screen, they'll show you the ball was out, the ball was in, or the ball, hit the line. Okay. So this is something like that. But I think what it is that it's using these cameras to spot and to see exactly where the ball is. Okay, so the chain gang won't have to do it. But what's going to be interesting to me, and that's why I kind of put this little picture right here next to the chain gang's pole right there, is what happens when you get these little scrums where, just say if you get a quarterback sneak or a a halfback dive straight up the middle and the ball is covered up. A lot of times you don't see the ball until players are pulled off the pile. All right. I wonder how that's going to work. Okay. Because like they're getting not rid, but they are getting rid of the chain gang unless something happens with these cameras and the chain gang absolutely has to go back out there. So I'm still wondering how exactly it's going to work. because they use this in some leagues, some minor league baseball as well. They use this technology. The cameras make a strike zone depending on the height of the player who's up to bat. Okay. So you got all these cameras around, the pitcher throws the ball, and you see they got the little nine a square, square where that's the strike zone. So it said it even gone so far as to the Hawkeye system, the umpire has something in the ear that's telling, them whether it was a ball or a strike. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, I think it's probably got to be a little bit more to it than what it's just saying here. But I'm just interested to see how this is going to go in these situations like this, where yeah, like you really can't see the ball, and how is that going to because me personally, this was my thought a long time ago. I was like, why don't they put something in the, to coat the inside of the ball, or, something in the seams of the ball, some kind of material, and have something where, if it passed, it can be detected. Okay, good. You got a first down. That was always my thought. But again, that's why I'm sitting here in my shed talking to you guys, because I'm not smart enough to do anything like that. But you know, I'm very interested to see how this is going to work. And I'm also interested to see who's going to get screwed by this first. Okay? Because good and well it's not going to be perfect, and something is going to go wrong. Something is going to go wrong in one of these games, and I wonder who it's going to be and how that's going to have an impact on this bad boy going forward. Because I'm pretty sure, just like with that kickoff rule, this is going to be, kind of a trial period with this, and we'll see how this goes. If they get out here and mess all this up, we may not see this back next season, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I see that the Nakari said the chain gang is 5 blind dudes with orange pylons who can't measure. Oh my goodness, yo, don't do them like that. Hey, look, they just putting the ball. They measuring where the ball is spotted, by the officials. So hey, Nada said Duke can beat the Hornets. Hey, let me tell you, as much as I hate Duke, they probably could. They probably could. I will say this. I will give Duke credit. Duke has been playing hella defense. And really since the Carolina game in the ACC tournament. Okay, I'm not trying to give Carolina any credit for what Duke's got going on, but if you look after that game, Duke has been on a whole nother level as far as defense, and nobody has been able to adapt to it yet. Hopefully that changes this weekend. But yeah, yep. Let me see. The car said ball has GPS chip in it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, cool. He said think the car is right. Gotcha. Duke's not beating the Hornets. College players aren't being pro. Man, shoot. Let me tell you. Yeah, I hate to say this. I'd put 20 on Duke beating the Hornets right now. I swear I would. I would put 20 on Duke beating the Hornets right now. The Hornets are bad. I hope my boy Daniel is watching this so he could talk trash to me, because he probably texted me now, but my phone is on silent. All right, cool. But yeah, but that is this rule that they put in. The chain gang is being replaced. They're not going to be done with altogether. They will be on the sidelines just in case of emergency, and they are needed. But the spotting of the ball is going to be done with the Sony Hawkeye system. Okay, it's going to be cameras around the stadium that is going to be measuring where the ball is at and telling them if it's a first down or not. All right. Okay, hold on. Ms. Tunky Dory said Hawkeye is a computer vision system used to visually track the trajectory, of a ball and display a profile of its statistically most likely path as a moving image. It is used more than 20 major sports. Okay, it's used in more than 20 major sports. Okay, I got you. But and that's the thing. If it's projecting, a ball's trajectory and stuff like that. But like I said, when you get into these scrums like this on the screen, where you can't really see the ball and somebody is up under the pile, how is it supposed to, how does that work? But I guess they've already thought about this, and we'll see when the season gets here. I'm sure we'll see in the preseason, so we'll find out. All right. Now let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so there has been an additional game where the teams can wear their alternate uniform. Okay, it says clubs will now be allowed to wear alternate and or throwback uniforms 4 times a year. Previously, clubs were only allowed 3 alternates in a season. So this past season, the Panthers wore their alternates in week 6 at home versus the Falcons with a black helmet, blue top, and pants with black socks. In week 10 in Germany against the Giants, black helmet, blue top, black pants, and black socks. Then again in week 12 versus the Chiefs with the clean all black look. All right. I like it. To me personally, I know the Panthers are having like a uniform bracket challenge right now. My favorite, no question, is the black helmet, the blue tops, the black pants, and the black socks, or the black or blue socks. Don't really matter to me. To me that's my favorite. Y'all let me know on y'all let me know what y'all favorite uniform combo is. Me personally, I would love for them to switch over to that damn black helmet. I would love for the black helmet to be made the primary helmet. Now, mind you, do a little bit of tweaking with the logo. You know, maybe add, instead of it just being the processed blue and the logo, you know, add a little bit, you know, some of the silver, maybe some white into it, and a little bit with the stripe going down the middle of the helmet and all that. But I love those black helmets. I really love those black helmets. I'm glad that they're able to to wear it one more game. Um, excuse me. And I know a lot of people, because what is it? Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, Tennessee has done away, not done away, but their light blue color, kind of similar to the Panthers, is now their official home jersey. Okay. So the white ones are their away jersey, but that lighter blue is their official home jersey, and that darker blue now is not. Um, Shoot, y'all let me know what did y'all think? Do you would y'all be opposed to the black jersey being switched and this processed blue jersey being the official away jersey for the Panthers, and then maybe the black jersey being the alternate that's only worn 4 times a season? Y'all let me know. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna go back, Mr. Hunky Dory. He said, yes, chips are so small now it would be easy to insert 2 centimeter chips used to track bees and wild. Yeah, so put in football. Okay. All right. And the car said, put many cameras on in each blade of grass on the field. Problem solved. NFL allowed the team to change its alternate to its primary. I forgot which team. Oh yeah. The Titans. That was the Titans. So that darker blue is not their away uniform anymore. It's their alternate uniform, and that lighter blue is now their away uniform. Hey, see, I told y'all, Ego Tony right there. He said, "Damn, Icky knock need his hair, ain't he though? Ain't he?" Let me tell you, because I was thinking about that when I put this picture up here, and I was sitting there, I was like, I'm not gonna say anything about that because somebody's gonna be like, man, leave Icky alone. But yeah, I'm glad you said it, cuz I'm I'm glad you said it. He does. He looked like he off balance and about to fall over, but okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. The car said, Tony. He said, look like 2 kickstands. Oh my goodness. Yo, because when I tell you, I'm gonna have to clip this one and make he said Icky they got 2 kickstands. Oh God, I'm sorry, Icky, if you ever see this. I'm sorry, not sorry, but boy, you knock need as hell, cuz. Oh God, Tony said, what up to the car? Another said, whatever color gets the win. Yep. Mr. Hunky Dory said, Mr. Tony, I miss your voice and humor. And the car said, what Mr. Hunky Dory said. Said, I'm too gangster to say it though. Yo, oh my goodness. Oh, that was good. That was good. But yeah, but to sum that one up, the Panthers will be able to wear their alternate uniforms, which is the processed blue, whether I think it's the jersey, the pants, or any combo of that. now 4 times a year instead of 3, which goes for all the rest of the teams in the NFL as well, and that includes throwback uniforms. Okay, so the Panthers really don't. Well, yeah. Now we really don't have throwback uniform. Now we got the old throwback logo, but I've seen them. I saw them put it on the field last year, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. All right. Paris Hemby said, I don't understand. Am I going to have to subscribe to you after the rebranding, or can I stay subscribed? Here, a little help. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, it's going to be the same channel name. Okay, but it's going to be technically a different channel, but it'll be the same channel. Okay. In the upcoming days, you're going to see what you're subscribed to now. Probably going to be called something else. But if you go in and search for Carolina's Armchair GM CJ, it will be on a different channel, but it'll still be Carolina's Armchair GM CJ. Okay. All right. Dylan said, Tony, what's going on, Dylan? Hey, Dylan. Okay, do me a favor. I know you mentioned it on the live, almost this past live, the week before that, about the I forgot the name of the challenge. Oh God, was it the draft challenge or something, but whatever it was, send me another message, man. I don't know if I told you, I'm down for it. I can't lie, I forgot what the hell it was called, but the car said it's free. I don't even know what he thinks is free. Said, but the other channel will be the main channel. Yes, 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 it will. Yep. Let me see. Tony talking to Dylan. Say you don't with YouTube, Tony. I know what you mean by that one. Dylan Rice, not yet. Oh, got you. Never mind. I got what you're saying. Got you. Hey, I got you, Dylan. I got you. I sent it to you. The car said all Panthers mock draft should start in second round. Jalen Walker already got the playbook. You know what? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there. A lot of people that hate Jalen Walker's guts. A lot of them, but hey, we'll see. All right. Okay, so that is it for the rule changes. Now, a couple more that they did go over that they decided to kind of put keep on the table until May. The illegal contact and I think holding, they were a rule proposed to stop them from being automatic first downs. That wasn't passed here recently, so they're going to talk about that again in May. And also the infamous tush push by the Philadelphia Eagles. The tush push has also not been banned yet. Okay, don't know if it's going to be banned at all, but that's another topic that they're going to save for the May meetings as well. All right, so we'll see. Gotcha. Dave Canales loves Jalen Walker's guts. but think about it like this. They always talk about getting somebody in here, who is versatile. You look at Jalen Walker, he can come off the edge as an edge rusher, he can play off ball linebacker. I mean, that might be something that would fit just right in the Evero scheme. You never know, but like I said, I've seen a lot him, Michael Williams. Let me tell you, at one point, everybody was gung ho for Jalen Walker. A lot of people were gung ho for Michael Williams, and then here recently, that seemed to kind of flip, and I've seen everybody just talking straight trash about both of them. So I don't know, but we'll see. Tony laughing at the car. Leave Michael at home. Josh said, not mad at Walker. I wouldn't be mad at him either. My thing is, we need somebody who can get to the quarterback. And hey, if the Panthers feel like that can be a fit for them, well, he can be a fit for them in this scheme. Hopefully, they can make it work. All right. But let's go ahead, and that's enough about the rules and everything. Let's go ahead and get into a mock draft, everybody. Okay. And this will be mock draft 6.0. All right. This will be my 6th mock draft since the end of the regular season. All right, so I got everything set up here. And if y'all weren't on the last live, I switched how it kind of looks. I got the full mock draft on the screen up here, and I got myself down in the corner because I know a lot of people saying I was looking, this way, but up here it looked like I was looking the opposite way. But now, if I'm sitting here looking like this, kind of looks like I'm looking over at the screen doing the mock draft. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. And another thing I wanted to say too is a lot of the talk is about Carolina trading back. Okay. Carolina trading back, getting more picks. I honestly don't think that the Panthers are going to end up, excuse me, with 9 picks when it's all said and done with this draft. I've been thinking lately, I think the Panthers may keep that number 8 pick, but it may be a situation like kind of like last year where they try and trade up. Maybe not in the end of the first round because we didn't have first round pick at all last year. But maybe they try to improve their second round pick. Okay, maybe they do something, try to improve their second round pick, give up maybe a fourth or a fifth or something, maybe even give up the third. But who knows? Okay. But what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to try and go through this draft, and I am going to go by the needs that we have on the team, first of all, and I'm going to go by them how I have them ranked. Okay. I think right now the thing that we need the most is an edge rusher. Somebody who can get to the quarterback, get his ass on the ground, and not give him all day plus the weekend and holidays to sit back there and pick us off as far as the defense goes. Okay. Now let me go ahead and start the draft. Let me look at the trade offers just to see what's what. Okay. Well, Miami not bad. Indianapolis is not bad. You know what? Let me look here. Let me see what we got. Okay, Miami got 13 and 48. And then if we look at who was already picked, Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Ahmad Mimbu, Ashton Genty, and Mason Graham. Okay. Now Miami would be good because they do have the 48th pick, and Indianapolis has 45. All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick a player here. Now, you got Ted McMillan, Will Campbell, Jaden Barron, Tyler Warren. And that's another one. A lot of people want the Panthers to pick Tyler Warren as well. I'm just not on the Tyler Warren train right now. I'm not saying that he's not going to be a good player, but again, I think that we have way more needs than bringing in Tyler Warren as our tight end. All right. So, like I said, I think our biggest need right now is an edge rusher. So I'm gonna go to the edge rushers. You got Mike Green, James Pierce Jr., Donovan Izaraku. You got Michael Williams, Shamar Stewart. Okay, I'm just gonna take the top man off the list. I'm gonna go with Mike Green. Okay. All right. And again, I have said this in mock drafts before. The Panthers pick at 8. They don't pick again until pick 57. There's going to be a lot of names and a lot of talent. All right. That's going to go off the board between there. Okay. Now, I know we need help at safety. Okay. We do need another corner, but I would not be mad if the Panthers went wide receiver and at 57 in the second round pick. And you got somebody here like Jaden Higgins, Trey Harris, Jalen Noel, Jalen Royals. Okay. So I'm gonna go with Higgins right here. Because I do think wide receiver is going to be taken higher in the draft for us. I just don't think it's going to be at number 8. I just really don't think they're going to take a wide receiver at number 8. Okay. Now, next, we are super thin at the safety spot. And even with Nick Scott coming back again, we are still super thin, in my opinion, at the safety spot. All right, we got Kevin Winston Jr. But he's coming off a season where he was hurt. If you look at his stats here, well, his description. So Winston's tape and athleticism that showed off in 2023, made him a prospect worthy of going in the first round. While his recent injury muddles his projection, he is still one of the top safeties available if he can recover. Okay. And that's the thing. I'm kind of, I'm kind of worried if he can recover. All right. And no slight to Jonathan Brooks, but we did pick up him last year and he was injured. And it says here he has a partially torn ACL that ended his season. Okay. So what I'm going to do in this situation, now I've liked Andrew Makuba from and I hope I'm saying that right, from Texas. Okay. Let me see. It says his lacking run defense skill may turn off some teams, but his instincts and athleticism and coverage make him a top prospect. His game is reminiscent of Devin McCourty, who excelled as a true free safety later in his career with the Patriots, but had the savviness to make plays from a variety of alignments because of his football intelligence. Okay. And I know PFF is going to slam me for this one, but I'm going to take Makuba here. Or Mukaba, however you say it. All right. And now we're on the clock at 111. I've taken this player a billion times in these drafts. I'm going to do it again. We have JC Horn. He's locked down for the next 4 or 5 seasons. Mike Jackson is back. We do have Shao Smith Wade. Okay. Jacob Parrish is the cornerback that stood out on a lot of people's draft boards. Like I said, I've taken them a lot in the last few mock drafts I've done. I will do the same here as well. Okay, we're on the clock again. We're just at 111, now at 114. So far, we're taking edge, wide receiver, safety, and cornerback. Now, I was going to sprinkle in linebacker in here, but now that the Panthers picked up Christian Roseboom from the LA Rams this past season, I don't know if linebacker may be that high on their draft board now. Okay, because you got Josie Jewell, you got Roseboom, and you have Wallace. Okay, Trevin Wallace. So what I'm going to do here, all right. So we got an edge, we got a wide receiver, we got a safety, we got a cornerback. Sikai said take the damn linebacker. I got you. I got you. I got you. Well, you know what? Let's look at the linebackers real quick. Since the car you're screaming at me. Okay. And you know what? I might take him. I might take him. What I want to do first is look at the interior defensive lineman. Okay. Because now we do have Bobby Brown, in all his prerogative. All right. We technically we still have Shy Tuttle backing him up. We do have my man from Coastal Carolina. His name is past me already. I can't remember his name. Big lineman, but we're still going to need some depth at that defensive interior position. So right here with this pick, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get Jamari Caldwell from Oregon. All right. Okay. So we've addressed. Let me see each level of defense except for linebacker. Okay. So we've drafted edge rusher / outside linebacker. But edge rusher, we have a cornerback, we have a safety. Let's go back to linebacker and see who is left. Kobe King out of Penn State. He doesn't have a scouting report on him yet. We got Cody Simon out of Ohio State. Let me see. You got Cody Lineberg out of Minnesota. Then you go to Danny Stutzman from Oklahoma. Coverage grade, terrible. Run defense grade is great. Okay. And let me see the car said I'm yelling to nobody. It's like Toy said Kaiser. And the car said Kaiser looking real good. Clark, let me see. The car says Tootin. And Tony says Cody Simon. All right, cool. Well, you know what, cuz? I never think you steer me in the wrong direction. We'll go ahead and get Cody Simon here. All right, and we have 3 more picks. So we have edge, wide receiver, safety, cornerback, defensive interior, and a linebacker. All right, now I want to see if I can double up on the position. Now that we have Rico Dowdle, um, I know a lot of people still think that we might get a running back. Okay, so you got Bashir Tootin right there. Let me go and look at the edge rushers. Okay. And I think we can probably get another one of these later on because Fadil Diggs is somebody that I've taken before, and I think he might be a decent late round pick. All right. Now, since we are still super thin at safety, let's go back and take a look at the safeties. Upton Stout. Okay. Coverage grade 78.3, run defense 90.9. Let's see what thing is. Scout summary coming very soon. Okay. That is the other dude. Okay. Let me see. Miss Hunky Dory said 6'1", 248 linebacker. Now that is thick. Okay, Simon. Oh God. He said, good Lord, his food bill. They still scheduling running back meetings, so I feel they're going to take one in the draft. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, cool. I see Tony said Diggs, but I can get him because we got 146 and 163. He'll still be there at 163 if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna go over to somewhere else. Let me go check out the cornerbacks real quick. You know what? Elijah Huzzy from North Carolina will not be a bad pick here. Okay, not be a bad pick at all. Again, coming soon. Quincy Riley is another one. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Panthers have uh, a top 30 visit scheduled with him. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But I think they do. I might be getting him mistaken for another Louisville player. I might be. All right. But let's go ahead. I'll double up on the edge rush on the next pick. And let's go ahead and double. You know what? No. Let me not do that. Let me go back to safety. Since we are razor thin at safety, I'm gonna take up the stout at safety. Okay. And then I'm gonna go back to edge rusher. And Fadil Diggs is still there. So I'm gonna pick him up. And that will be, see, we got one more pick left. Okay. One more pick left. And let me see. All right. We still got our boy Andreas Beauregals from Miami. Let's see who's the best available. QB. No, we're not taking QB. You know what? Switch it up here. Jimmy Horn Jr. out of Colorado. All right. And I know PFF is going to have me ranked in the bottom of the world here in this damn draft. They did say you drafted Andrew Makuba. They would have drafted Demetrius Knight Jr. I got you. Okay, so we got a B plus for Mike Green, an A for Jaden Higgins, a C for Makuba, a A minus for Jacob Parrish, a C for Jamari Caldwell, a D minus for Cody Simon, C plus for Upton Stout, and a F for Fadil Diggs, and a B plus for Jimmy Horn Jr. Okay, all right, cool. Now, like I said, I don't think this is going. Yeah, I'm in the bottom 25% of Panthers drafts. I don't think this is going to play out like this again. If the Panthers get out of there with all 9 picks, I will be surprised. I will be thoroughly surprised. I'm going to say 6, 7 at the most because I do believe they're going to trade up. Well, they're going to try and trade up. I'm not necessarily convinced that they are going to trade back from number 8. I'm not convinced with that yet. But what I'm almost convinced is that they will use some of those picks to try maybe and improve their second round position, or maybe move up a little bit in the third round. Because we got 3 5th round picks and 2 4th round picks. So I feel like 2 or 3 of those will probably be gone. Okay, and we may end up with 6 picks, maybe 7. All right. But all right, y'all. So that is my mock draft for this evening. I hope everybody enjoyed it. If you didn't, please tell me what you didn't enjoy about it. I appreciate all the input. Um, we went over the rules that the proposed rule changes that went through. Replay assist, the overtime rules, the chain gang is no longer going to be a thing. They're going to be replaced by Sony's Hawkeye system. What was the other one? Oh crap. Hold on, you know what? Let me bring the slides up real quick. Let me just go back to them. All right. Okay, so the dynamic kickoff and touchbacks, we talked about that one. Overtime rules, we talked about that one. Expanded replay assist, chain gang replaced with Hawkeye, and the additional alternate uniform that has been added for each team in the regular season. Instead of a team being able to only wear their alternate uniforms and throwbacks 3 times a season, now it's been up to 4. Okay. And again, y'all let me know what y'all favorite uniform combination is. The Panthers are currently having a kind of like an NCAA bracket competition about the uniforms. Me personally, black helmet, processed blue jersey, black pants, and the blue socks. That's probably gonna be my favorite jersey combo. Okay. And also, excuse me, what do y'all think about? I think it's highly unlikely, but what if the Panthers would change the black jerseys to their alternate and the processed blue jerseys to their away jerseys? So that means you would only see the black jerseys 4 times a year. And the rest of it, if they are home, they choose to do so, they will play with the processed blue jerseys. All right. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Again, if y'all didn't, y'all got in here late and didn't hear me, my channel update. I will be moving over to our old Two Fans in the Stands channel. Okay, I will be moving all my content from Armchair GMCJ over there. Channel will be Armchair GMCJ. All of our old content will still be up there. Okay, it'll still be there for you to view it. But I'm going to move all this stuff over there. So if you're subscribed here now, because it's already been changed, because my channel right now just says Armchair GM where it says Armchair GM CJ. Okay. But in the coming days, it's probably going to say something else, because I kind of have an idea for maybe another YouTube channel, still thinking about it, but the name will be changed here in a few days, and we'll be pushing everything over to it'll still be Armchair GM CJ, but it'll just be on the old Two Fans and Stands platform. Okay. But that was my big channel update news. And let me get to a few comments here. The car said round 7 pick Willie Lampkin. I forgot what he ran his 40 in his pro day. I saw the clip on the news. Miss Hunky Dory said, how much cap we got? Oh, you know what? Damn, I apologize, everybody. Oh my goodness. Man, I cannot believe I got my black ass up here and did not mention anything about the damn cap space. Thank you, Mr. Hunky Dory. Okay. All right. I'm so sorry, y'all. My apologies. Hold on, I'm hitting the wrong button here. Okay, there we go. All right. So according to Over the Cap right now, we're sitting at $16.3 million. Okay. Now, mind you, Taylor Moton, still nothing moving with his cap number. He's still going to cost $31 million against the cap. And I brought up in the last live, could this be his last season, in Carolina? Because I think he's got a lot of good football left in him. Why not go ahead and give him a couple year extension, and then we can shake and bake and make some more moves. But the Panthers already said that they are fine with paying him the $31 million, and it seems like that's what they're going to do. So we'll see. And let me scroll down and see exactly who we are waiting on. And we're not waiting on anybody. Our last signing was Raheem Blackshear. And as you can see, Blackshear, 1 year, he's counting $1.1 million against the cap. So I think he's on a league minimum contract for his experience in the league. Okay. Before him was Nick Scott. He is on a 1 year, $1.19 million contract. Okay. He's got $167,000 roster bonus. Also another one, David Moore. Okay. These are like our last 3 signings. He's on a 1 year, $1.25 million deal as well. So I wish Paul was in here. I wish Paul was in here because Paul says this all the time. You know, you got and Paul and Mr. Hunky Dory, you got a lot of these 1 year deals. Okay, probably a lot of 1 year prove it deals, and I do believe this roster is going to look a whole lot different, you know, next year. And also, I mentioned this last time too. So I hear a lot of people saying that, you know, in 2026 everything is going to be all gravy because we got all this money in 2026. I keep hearing we got $150 million. Well, folks, that 150 million is now down to 57. Okay, which you know, which is not bad. Which is not bad. That's definitely going to go down a little bit. You know, when you add in the draft picks and the undrafted free agents. Not gonna go down a whole lot, but you know, it's gonna go down some. It's gonna go down some. But that is our 2026 right now. It's 57. But currently, 2025, we are at $16 million. And also according to Over the Cap, the Panthers, if they keep all 9 picks, I think they would need around $12 million to sign their picks. But again, I'm going to keep on saying this until I'm proven wrong. I don't think the Panthers will leave the draft with 9 picks. I think it's going to be around 6 or 7 max. Okay. So we might need a little less than $10 million to sign all those picks, maybe. All right. Maybe around 10. All right. But yes, but I do apologize. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot all about putting the daggone cap numbers up here. But thank you, Miss Hunky Dory. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Miss Nakari said, give me more processed blue. Facts, Nakari. Facts. Stephen Belt, what's going on? He said, miss you live tonight, but watch the replay. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Give me all the shades of blue, except that Duke blue. It says Carolina blue we like. Doris said, blue for day game, black for night games, classic white for Monday nights. Ah, I could do that. Tony said 17 mil. Lucky Doris says, so we got money to sign rookie, 6 million for somebody in PFF 55 or better overall. Yeah, we got enough to sign. We got enough to sign the rookies, and I think also we'll have enough to play because you know when training camp starts, as you've seen in years past, they will be bringing players in and out while training camp is going on. Past 2 years, there have been injuries in training camp. People have been brought in. I remember, was it a couple years ago when they had the last training camp down in Spartanburg, and I never forget Justin Houston got signed. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, great, he's a little older, but he's gonna come in here and we're gonna do something. And yeah, that didn't pan out too much of nothing at all for Justin Houston. But we'll see. But I'm sure players are going to be in and out of training camp. They're going to be cutting players, signing players off of other teams' squads, and this and that. So we'll see. We'll see. But I do believe they got a little bit to work with right now. They got enough for the draft and a little bit of wiggle room, going into the off-season activities and training camp. All right, so we'll see. All right. He said, who is Dax? Hold on, let me see. Who is he? All right. He is a wide receiver. I guess he came from Washington. He is also on a 1 year minimum league minimum deal. Okay. He is 20. Let me see his history here. Let me see. Drafted, then got terminated by the Commodores. And he went to the Raiders, same thing. Came here last year, same thing, and now he's back. So, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Y'all can't see that. Damn, my bad. Hold on. Yeah, that's him, McCarr. That is him. I'm sitting there talking like y'all can see that. My apologies. My apologies. But yeah, he's a wide receiver. All right. Let me see. Ms. Hunky Dory said, I was going to ask the same. 1 year deal means you last year rental and will be future draft position if need. Okay. Gotcha, Miss Hunky Dory. All right, y'all. But again, like I said, not holding y'all too long tonight. I appreciate everybody joining me. Again, like I said, I will be migrating everything from this channel. Still going to be Armchair GM, but it's going to be replacing our old Two Fans in the Stands channel. All our old videos and stuff will be there. Same thing with the Twitter account. I'll be doing the same thing over there. So the next live that will be over on the same slash new channel. But yeah, but like I said, I'm looking forward to getting back into member videos. Definitely gonna bring back member Mondays. Like I said, y'all probably see me riding around in my work truck, talking about the random Panther stuff that comes to my brain early in the morning. Um, but yeah, I just appreciate all the love and support from everybody. I thank y'all for joining me. And like I said, if you haven't, make sure you check me out on all social media and subscribe to the channel. Give me a like on X, Twix, as we call it as well. Okay. Hold on. Somebody said slacking. What am I, dear? What am I slacking with? I'm sorry. You have to remind me. Josh B said, keep pounding. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, as always, Panther Nation, I will leave y'all with three things as I usually do. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding, man. I'll see you.